Hello, how's it going? It is all news. My name is Felix. Yes, I'm still a cat for some unknown reason, which we won't look into too deeply. What are we looking at today? We are looking at Meghan Markle. There she is. She's not a gold digger. Let's not have that said about her. Meghan Markle warned to be extremely careful of Kate Middleton as warning shots are fired. This is from the Aberdeen Live, that classic website that we always go to. Meghan Markle has reportedly been warned to be careful, in quotation marks, of her sister-in-law Kate, after insiders reveal that the Princess of Wales is willing to play dirty if she has to. Oh, their gloves have come off. The animosity is there for all to see. Meghan Markle has been told to watch what she says about Kate Middleton. Yeah, by insiders. After it was revealed, the Duchess of Sussex could talk more about her life in the royal family. The Mirror writes that sources claim that the former actress, she was in Suits, was planning to write a memoir. Oh, was she indeed? Following in her husband Prince Harry's book Spare. That was a book, sort of, and he sort of wrote it. While these have since been dismissed, it's been said that Meghan and her team are pitching ideas to Netflix following the success, in quotation marks, of her and her husband's self-titled documentary, which went on the streaming service earlier this year. So yeah, so if she's going to do a write-all memoir, I think Kate's going to be writing some stuff as well. Following Harry and Meghan's reports of racism and bullying within the royal family, it was reported that Kate pushed for the infamous line, "Recollections may vary," which is a very cutting line indeed, saying recollections may vary. In fact, you're just lying through your teeth. In the royal family statement following the accusation, sources claim that Kate is now not afraid to fight fire with fire, having already broken the golden rule in the royal family of never complain and never explain. So yeah, the battle lines have been drawn, it seems. They added that she is fiercely protective of her family. She's willing to fight for them, even if it makes her less popular with certain people, like a good self over here. In this case, she felt a polite but strong message needed to be sent to the Sussexes, namely that there were other interpretations of views about certain events and instances which the world needed to know in no uncertain terms. Indeed, so there's a little warring going on between the two. The insider then issued a warning towards Meghan, explaining that she needed to be extremely careful with accusations in the wake of her new potential projects, and reported memoirs for that whole year. Was she there for a year? Kate won't hesitate to keep sticking up for the royals as well as herself. She's shown an incredible amount of tolerance and bitten her lip, but even she can only be pushed so far, and this latest revelation is seen as a clear message for Meghan to back off and watch what she says about Kate moving forward. The bottom line here is Kate isn't afraid to take the gloves off and play dirty if she has to. It's about self-preservation and not being walked all over. So you can't just say whatever you like and expect the other side just to stay silent and put up with it. No longer, it seems. So yeah, contretemps have occurred. What else is occurring? I was looking at this. Meghan Markle from GB News. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry completely snubbed by Primetime Emmys despite Hollywood nomination. Can you believe they had a nomination? No, I can't myself. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, which is which, you decide, have been completely snubbed in the nominations for the Primetime Emmys. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex. I thought we'd look at counties actually while we're here. Let's have a look at counties. This is England, as you can see here, and over here is Wales. Up here is Scotland. If you are not from England, you might not know all of this stuff. Even if you are from England, most people don't know all this stuff. But anyway, County of Sussex is down here, and I'm in Kent, which is over here. Our good friends Essex are over there, and there's a county. You've got West Sussex, East Sussex, and they are Duke and Duchess of Sussex, so which is nice. Isle of Wight's down here, and down here's Cornwall. So if you ever hear anybody who sounds like a pirate, that's because they come from Cornwall. So Pirates of the Caribbean, I'm a pirate. All that sort of accent is down here in Cornwall because the people here went off to be pirates. And so if you go to Cornwall, you might think it's some sort of pirate theme park or something. It kind of is. It kind of is. And everything else is called Shire, really, like Hampshire, Wiltshire, Berkshire, Gloucestershire, Herefordshire, Worcestershire. Oxford's not though. That broke the chain there. Buckinghamshire, Hertfordshire, Bedfordshire, Warwickshire, Worcestershire, Shropshire. Stafford isn't. Leicestershire, Derbyshire, Cheshire, Lincolnshire. Notts isn't. So there's a lot of these that go on. Over here, this bit, I'm a bit in the way here, actually. You've got Norfolk and you've got Suffolk. So this basically means North folk, and this means South folk. And South folk have been divided into West and East. So you've got West South folk and East South folk. And if you chop that in half, you'd have West North folk and Eastern North folk. So it's kind of just a bit weird. And then over here we've got Kent, where I am, and you've got Essex up here. These have been our long time frenemies, like ourselves and the French. But you've got Kent and Essex. And the thing about the Kentish people and the men of Kent and the Kentish men and the Essex men and the men of Essex is they can't really sort of meet each other because you've got the River Thames blocks. So you can't go from Essex to Kent, Kent to Essex, until you go all the way into London. So if you're from Kent, you meet Essex people in London. If you're from Essex, you meet Kentish people in London, until some fool built a bridge and a tunnel here, and it all went horribly wrong. So then we had to put up with the Essex people. Disappointing for us all. And up here, obviously, you've got Yorkshire and East Riding, North Riding, Lancashire, Westmoreland, Durham, and then Scotland up here. So that's all the counties. So keep in mind of that. There will be a quiz at the end. Quiz indeed. So I don't even know those. What were we saying? So we've got the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, which we know where Sussex is now. Docu-series has not been put forward for recognition for the prestigious awards for the Emmys. Shows eligible for the Emmys must have been broadcast in America between June 22 and May 23. Okay, and this show was released in December 22. June 22, May 23. Okay, so it was eligible to be shown. It was released in that time. So it could have been, but was not selected. Did you think it was worth an Emmy award? So let's have a little look at this. Do you think Meghan Markle is a positive role model? Depends who you're asking. If you're asking general people, I would say no. If you were half female, half octopus, you live under the sea, and your name's Ursula, probably yes. Then it's a positive role model. So we'll pick. Which one should we pick? Do we generally think Meghan Markle is a positive role model? No. No, we don't. I'm going to go with no. I'm not familiar with her. I'm not sure. I am familiar with her. I am quite sure. No. 95%. Did you agree with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's decision to step down as working members of the royal family? Did I agree? This is more complex, isn't it? Do I agree that their decision to step down, they weren't doing the job, so they should have stepped down? Do I think it's more complex. She joined the royal family, they should have been working as the royal family because that's why they're getting paid loads of money. If you're going to step down, you need to step down as royal member. It's complicated. Do you agree with Meghan Markle's decision to step down? Yes. 51. Yeah, a lot of people are confused by this question. Oh, there's more. Was Spotify right to cancel their deal with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry? Yeah, I think a lot of people were not impressed by it. It was poorly produced, badly made. There wasn't many episodes, less than 12. I mean, it's really poor. Cancel it? Yes. 94%. See, that's a much more easy question to deal with. Will you watch new content created by Meghan Markle and Prince Harry for Netflix? That's a hard no. 90%. Oh, no. No. Is that it? Okay, moving on. However, it's not all bad news for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Yes, it is. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle documentary was nominated for a major Hollywood award. Very nice. Series titled Harry and Meghan has been nominated for a Hollywood Critics Award in the Best Streaming Nonfiction category. Nice. The nomination is a huge boost for the couple after suffering recent setbacks in commercial projects. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex docuseries broke streaming records as it became the biggest Netflix documentary debut with a total of 81.6 million hours watched on the first 4 days of release. I did watch it and I was like, oh my God, what a load of self-indulgent whining from multi-millionaires. Despite its huge streaming numbers, Harry and Meghan had mixed reviews. It wasn't mixed. Meghan and Harry suffered a setback last month when Spotify axed their deal with the couple, and their series, the Duchess of Essex 12-episode series Archetypes, left executives underwhelmed, with the company publicly criticised by Spotify chiefs. Harry and Meghan are under pressure to churn out winning content for Netflix after signing a lucrative deal with the streaming giant. It's not looking good, is it? It's not looking good. You've got the gold digger, and you've got the Ginger Whinger. There is balding Ginger Whinger at best. But if you are in the market for something more enjoyable, we've got a new book, Spare Us, which is a parody. Spare Us. This is a parody of the Spare. It's called Spare Us, and it's published by these people. And we've got a little preview, contents page. Let's have a little look. Got a lot of chapters. Whew, a lot of chapters if you actually want to read this. Chapter 1. It was a bitterly cold day, and a breeze as stiff as one of my father's smiles was gusting along between the tombstones. I wished I'd worn something warmer. I was waiting for my father and brother to appear in the Royal Cemetery for a crisis meeting owing to my recent announcement that I'd be moving to America. Grey clouds scurried across the sky, and I shivered in my thin shirt as I stood there. I wondered whether the dead were still around us, looking on with an approving smile or a concerned frown. Just imagine them standing next to you. Henry VIII, Queen Victoria, Ken Dodd, Lenin. Being in places like this always made me philosophical. I cast my eye over the marble mausoleums covered with ivy and moss. Just as I was thinking about crumbling, outdated relics, my father appeared, Willie by his side. Distracting us from what was really on our minds, Pa delivered one of his impromptu history lectures, pointing out architectural details and getting specific about the dead folk under our feet. But postponing the inevitable just made Willie and me even more tense. When at last conversation turned to the matter at hand, I could tell at once they were both furious. I tried to explain myself, but they wouldn't listen. I kept starting to speak, but they talked over me. I was desperate. I had nothing but love for my cowardly, selfish father and my balding, violent, self-righteous brother. I would never do anything to cast them in a bad light. Yet, it soon seemed that they didn't even understand why I was leaving. Really? I was aghast. After everything that had happened, how could they feel an explanation was still needed? It amazed me. All I ever wanted was privacy. In order to get it, it seemed that an exceptionally detailed 500,000-word book order was in order. So we've jumped some pages. I don't know where we are now. I skulked away, still cross with vague thoughts that if, heaven forbid, I ever did end up on the throne, it would be a dark day for history teachers. But the next time he came to class, he gave me a small present to make amends. It was a wooden ruler with all the monarchs of England on it so I could remember them. There they were, from William the Conqueror, 1066 to 1087, to Granny, 1953 to 2022. In the space beneath, I could envisage Pa, something, and Willie, something to something, being engraved in due course. I was amazed that he'd gone to the effort of creating this unique, bespoke piece of woodwork just for me. Sure we didn't get it at the gift shop. I felt obliged to put it in my pencil case. Truce had been declared. When it came to inflexible rulers, I felt I'd experienced enough already, but here was yet another one forced upon me. The classic pun. Rulers and rulers. Chapter 4. There was a mistress at school with whom I had a special relationship. I bet you did. Whereas all the others were motherly and caring, she was sharp and strict. She often caught boys by the elbow and bashed their faces against the wall just to teach them a lesson. Whenever we were ill or got injuries on the sports field, she would stand over our beds laughing and poke sticks into our eyes. I like already. She had a deformation of the spine and had to climb or descend the stairs very slowly and carefully. All the while, us boys would point and laugh at her and pull insulting grimaces and dance around in imitation of her disability. She had to put up with this constant abuse at our hands, and I was the worst culprit. But somehow, she knew that I meant it in jest, and even though she would inflict violent pain on me, if she could manage to reach out and grab me by the collar, she mostly failed to do so. In her heart, I think she was laughing along and really thought I was an absolutely top bloke. That's an adverb, L1 in. How we loved her. The school really was a very warm and caring place. Seems it. Chapter 5. Most of the staff at Ladgrove School were sultry maidens, sashaying along the corridors and waking us boys each morning by cooing, waking us boys each morning by cooing softly from the doorways, leaving trays of hot buttered scones and bowls of steaming porridge in the centre, of which slowly melted scoopfuls of clotted cream. That sounds just like my school. They tended to our every need, ironing our jodhpurs, polishing our Ray-Bans, then appearing before lights out to deliver our Horlicks, surrounded in a halo of candlelight, just in time to read the closing figures from the day's Financial Times Stock Exchange Share Index. They also washed our hair. All right. We boys would lie supine in tubs while they laughed at our scalps, singing songs and reciting poetry. Then they would dry us with our personally monogrammed Egyptian cotton towels. It was a heavenly time being around these women, and naturally, we all fell in love with them. but it was all perfectly natural and healthy for boys with fraught relationships with their parents. You might have expected some serious psychological issues to have arisen. Not for me. I was unaffected and was as well adjusted as any other boy. Chapter 6. From Ladgrove at 12, I went on to Eton. Eton was a magisterial place, deliberately built so as to make little boys feel awed and overpowered when setting eyes on it. This certainly worked on me, but worse was to come when I actually attended lessons. Imagine my horror when I turned up to my first period of French to discover the teacher speaking en française from beginning to end. Sacre bleu! Violet Beauregard, I thought. Achtung, baby! I went up to my teacher afterwards and said, "Excuse me, sir, I'm very sorry. I'm afraid I'm in the wrong class." He didn't bat an eyelid. "My dear boy," he said thankfully in Granny's English. "Have no fear. Every boy in this entire school is in the right class." Oh, little class statement there. "That's all that matters. So you have nothing to worry about." I left feeling very reassured. And there you go. So if you are in the mood to read some extra stuff about Harry and his life at school, then that is available on Amazon, I assume, somewhere. Google Books, you can get that, and it's there's the publishing if you want to pick up one of those, and why not indeed? And you could read the life of the poor, deprived life of Prince Harry. So that's about all I've got today. Let me know your thoughts and concerns, and write them on a postcard and send them to me. That'd be fantastic. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I think that's about everything. All right, I will see you guys later.